Are you hurting? Do you feel like the world is too heavy, that life has betrayed you, that the pain is just too much? If so, you're not alone. But let me ask you one question. What if this pain wasn't your enemy, but your greatest teacher? What if this suffering was the doorway to your soul? Paramahansa Yogananda once said, God does not promise a life without pain, but he promises to walk with you through it. This isn't just a beautiful line. It's a profound truth that has the power to shift the very way you see your life. Pain, just the word itself, makes us shrink inside. Some cry, some scream, some hide, but very few choose to face it head on, and even fewer embrace it. But those who do, they find God. We think happiness is our right and pain is a punishment. But what if the opposite is true? What if pain is the divine call, the soul's awakening bell, the fire that burns away our illusions? Yogananda taught that true spiritual growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens in difficulty, in heartache, in struggle. He didn't just preach this. He lived it. He lost. He was misunderstood, betrayed, humiliated, and yet he never complained. Why? Because he knew that the deeper the pain, the closer the soul comes to the divine. When life breaks you, it's easy to say, "Why me?" Yogananda asks, "Why not you?" Do you think God sends tests to the weak? No. God sends his hardest lessons to his strongest children, because he knows they have the strength to rise, not just for themselves but for others. Look around. The greatest souls were forged in the furnace of pain. Christ on the cross, Buddha under the Bodhi tree, Ram in exile, and Yogananda, rejected by society, mocked by many, yet radiant, free, and unshakably in love with God. Pain is not a curse. It's a calling. Imagine your heart as a vessel. The more pain stretches it, the more room it has for love, for peace, for God. Pain is not the end. It's the beginning of the inner journey. When we suffer, we think we are losing. But Yogananda said, pain teaches you who you are not, so that you may discover who you truly are. You are not your body, not your emotions, not your thoughts. You are the soul, unbreakable, eternal, peaceful. The world teaches us to avoid pain, run from it, numb it, deny it. Yogananda teaches us to look directly into its eyes and say, "What do you want to show me?" Because in that moment, pain becomes the path to awakening. When your heart is broken, you don't need to be fixed. You need to be real. You need to be quiet enough to hear the voice within saying, "This too shall pass, but what remains is me." Every tear you shed is not wasted. Every sleepless night, every wound, every ache, it's all carving space inside you for a deeper connection with the divine. Enduring pain is not weakness. It is power, silent power. Power that doesn't shout or prove itself. Power that kneels, that surrenders, that trusts. Yogananda said, suffering is the prod that wakes you up from the sleep of ignorance. When life is smooth, we sleep. But when pain comes, we awaken. That awakening is grace in disguise. Let's be honest. If you were never betrayed, you wouldn't know the value of true loyalty. If you were never abandoned, you wouldn't understand the divine presence that never leaves. If you were never hurt, you wouldn't recognize the healing power that lies within you. Pain pushes us inward, and inward lies peace. The outer world will always change. Loved ones will leave. Jobs will be lost. Health may fade. But the soul remains. And when you sit in silence, even with tears running down your face, and you say, "God, I am still yours," that is the moment of true spiritual triumph. Yogananda did not teach escapism. He taught spiritual realism. Face your life, he said. Don't run away from it. Dive deep into its sud. Don't run away from it. Dive deep into its sud, experiences, and pull out the soul's gold from the depths of pain. To endure pain is not to suppress it. It is to understand it, to see beyond it, to know that it is shaping you into the person you were meant to be. Every scar is sacred. Close your eyes for a moment and recall the worst pain you've ever felt. Now breathe into it, not to relive it, but to recognize you survived, you're still here, and maybe, just maybe, you're wiser, softer, and stronger because of it. This is what Yogananda meant when he said, "Those who smile in the face of pain are the true yogis." Their smile is not of denial, it is of acceptance, of connection with something greater. Pain strips away illusions. It peels off the layers of ego, it humbles, it refines, and in its fire the soul begins to glow. You might feel weak today, But this very weakness is the soil in which your inner strength is growing. Don't curse it. Cultivate it. You might be tempted to ask, when will this end? But a better question is, what is this trying to awaken within me? Every challenge is not here to destroy you, but to awaken your deeper potential. And when you see pain not as an obstacle but as a portal, you walk into a whole new dimension of spiritual strength. Yogananda once told a disciple, "Do not ask God to take away your pain. Ask Him to show you its purpose." This changes everything. The moment pain becomes purposeful, it transforms. It no longer controls you. You rise above it. Let's be clear. Enduring pain does not mean becoming numb. It means becoming conscious. Feeling deeply, but not being controlled by those feelings. Witnessing them. Learning from them. Letting them pass. Pain is not the enemy. Unawareness is. You are a soul, and the soul cannot be harmed. It cannot be diminished. Your true nature is not pain, not fear, not sorrow. Your true nature is divine light. When you touch that place within you that remains untouched by pain, you touch God, and there everything makes sense. So if today, and there everything makes sense. So if today you feel broken, let yourself break open. If you're lost, let yourself be still. If you're hurting, sit in that hurt and let it become a prayer. A prayer that says, "Lord, I don't understand this pain, but I trust that you are with me in it. I surrender" is not defeat. It is divine courage. It is divine courage. It is the strength of the soul saying, "Though I walk through the valley of pain, I fear no evil, for thou art with me." In a world that tells you to be strong by resisting pain, Yogananda teaches you to be strong by embracing it, learning from it, and rising through it. This is the path of the soul. This is the silent power. This is what it means to truly endure pain. So next time pain knocks on your door, don't shut it out. Open it. Let it in. Listen to what it has to say. And then hand it over to God. Because in the end, pain does not last, but what you become because of it, that stays with you for eternity. Now walk your path with strength, with surrender, and with the knowing that you are never alone. Pain is not here to destroy you. It is here to deliver you to your highest self.